evening. Things are happening. Strange fruit is still hanging. Strange fruit keeps hanging. Things are happening. They tried to stop us from saying the truth. They tried to stop Billie Holiday from talking about strange fruit, strange fruit. Horrible. And don't forget that picture of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, supposed to be the saviors of the boule and all of those civil rights survivors that felt, well, we're going to vote for Joe and Kamala. They're going to deliver us. Well, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did not deliver anything for black people as a group. They've done nothing specifically for African Americans. Oh yes, they passed a good COVID plan, etc. for the bulk of the nation. They even passed the Asian Pacific Islander Hate Act. But there was nothing specifically for black people. No, according to Kamala Harris. She always said that, and you know what? Give her to her, she stuck to her word. She stuck to her word, and then she even ate her own words when she said, there is no systemic racism in America. What is she smoking? What is she eating? What is wrong with these people? Nevertheless, we must move on as a nation of citizens in America, doing the best we can to collectively achieve the goal of black empowerment, tangibles, financial freedom, and all that good stuff that comes with being liberated. Even if it's from within your group and from within the resources of your group. Sorrily, blacks as a collective in America has not attained that yet. And many of us still want to beg for the crumbs of society when we're supposed to be given our fair share. Through reparations. I'm not going to go further than that. Not saying anything else. We had this disparaging murder of Michaela Miller out in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. It's horrible. That's that Middlesex district area up in Boston. Predominantly white area. Michaela Miller's mother claimed it's a cover-up. No doubt, no doubt. But we've got words about that from the Zoomistsphere. Yeah, we have this little segment called the Zoomistsphere. Greetings, people. Now is the time for you to understand all of the things that have been happening and occurring recently. Especially for us black people.
We need to start to get together on a higher plane, a higher level of existence. And yes, all of you out there in the audience, etc., realize changes are coming and we all must adapt. No, we don't all have to be totally agreeable. We don't have to be what they call those people bootlicks. We don't have to be any of that. We just have to stand our ground. And yes, we want black empowerment, reparations, tangible. The Biden administration just passed an Asian Pacific Islander Hate Act, but it was the black vote that got them in. Never mind the stimulus checks and all of the recovery programs. Fine, that's for everybody. They didn't do anything specifically for African Americans, Black Americans, but they did something specifically for Asians and Pacific Islanders, the Asian and Pacific Islander Health Act. They didn't even, that's right, they didn't even pass the Police Brutality and Reform Act to end qualified immunity, which will hold all cops accountable for the excessive force and abuse that they commit to citizens. And so-called suspects are citizens. So let's not play semantics here. The law is law. The law is a law. When it's broke, it's broke. A violation is a violation. When it's a violation, it's a violation. They want to say things about the rule of law and they don't even follow their own rule of law. So we must be vigilant and understand what's going on. Politically, we must be astute and vigilant of all these policies going down. That's right, this is James Graham from the Overpass Network, coming to you from a different kind of plane. A plane that seems to be not usual as the other type of sceneries, but I'm trying to experiment, be creative. Many people laugh at my stuff in the past, and it's cool. I love to entertain you with the things that I say, and maybe you get a good inspirational epiphany. Change your mindset and understand Black empowerment. Tangibles. Money in the pocket, cut the check, government. Please, please cut the check. You know we're still part of the Black media, feeding you, not misleading you, all the things you need to understand and know to help you grow and go from the bottom to the top, and don't stop. And that will be different for everybody and every individual, but we're talking about the collective of the African American peoples who have been mistreated by this horrible United States of America and its Constitution. Now listen, don't get it twisted. We are not advocating Antifa. We are not advocating Black Lives Matter. We're advocating Black empowerment for Black people, African Americans, foundational Black Americans, Native American descendants of Black slaves, American descendants of slaves, Understand, and we're not saying we're better than any of the diaspora, because we're part of the diaspora. We are still part of the Black nation throughout the world, the Black worldwide collective. But we need to get our due from this country. We need to get that check. They need to realize and recompensate the descendants of American slaves, or the American descendants of slaves, the foundation of Black Americans. Don't get lost in the Black manosphere or the white manosphere or the womanist sphere or the woman's feminist sphere, whatever all of that is. It's creating division. It's creating division. We need to get on one accord. Keep the code. Coalesce as a unit politically to get things done and seeking solid action and solutions within our own communities and groups, so that collectively it's a unit that's operating as a unit collectively, even if we have our tribal differences, et cetera, et cetera. That's all I have to say. I hope I didn't trip you out with this freak LSD kind of experience. Take care. Peace. P1 family.